The below freezing temperatures hit Central Florida farmers and growers very hard.
Yeah, right now they're assessing the damage to these crops, which actually, as you can see, froze over the weekend after dealing with historically cold temperatures. Our severe weather team 9 coverage continuing with Channel 9's Sam Martello, who went to the showcase of citrus in Claremont, who told her they're preparing for another cold night.
Freezing temperatures are expected here at the showcase of citrus again tonight. Take a look at this. You can see a snapped branch on this tree. Farmers we spoke with say it's really just going to be a waiting game to see how much their crop was impacted.
We're going to go through and make sure that the irrigation lines are still working, because tonight, again, we'll have another freeze. So we don't want to chance everything. If they made it 2 nights, we want to keep it going.
As the ice melts from orange tree after orange tree, the showcase of citrus is working to see how much damage was brought on by the Arctic blast ahead of another freezing night. Tara Boshell suspects most of their 4,000 trees will see some sort of impact from the cold.
Due to the winds that we had 2 nights ago and it blowing all of the irrigation mist towards, for us, it was towards the east. It put a lot of additional ice on some of the branches. So today, when all of this hopefully melts off, we'll probably see some split branches.
This growth was reset 3 years ago and is expected to produce next year. Boshell says because of the freeze, she's expecting a smaller harvest of the crop.
We're going to see a lot of damage just because with the maintained below freezing temperatures from 12 to 15 hours per night, and then it heats up and then it freezes again and it heats up and freezes. I'm expecting to see more damage than I see now.
It's damage she says can make or break a farmer.
And Mother Nature can wipe it out in just a few hours, a few minutes, whatever it takes. Just keep our fingers crossed and do what we do.
Boshell says the assessment will continue over the coming days and weeks. She hopes those broken branches can be trimmed and that most of these trees can be salvaged. In Claremont, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And this Arctic blast has nearly 1,000 manatees making their way into Blue Spring State Park. They're there live. This is above the water. There's actually a below the water camera, which is my fave. Today's official manatee count over 900. The water in the spring is a constant 71. Water below 68 degrees threatens manatees. It can cause that cold stress on the sea cows and can actually kill them. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, it weakens their immune system. An abnormal sight for some who woke up to head to work this morning. Ice flakes on the roof and windshield. This is one of our producer's cars up in DeLand, where it was in the low 20s this morning. The ice had to be scraped off with a brush because the windshield wipers were frozen.
Oh my.
Yeah, little ice crystals. It's interesting. They are formed directly out of water vapor. It doesn't go through a liquid phase. It just goes straight from water vapor, boop, forms this little ice crystal.
I know.
Yeah.
I missed that in school.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was probably talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to talk about it very often down here, but we will tonight. Again, I think we got more frost coming tonight. Was it cold enough for you this weekend?
I loved NSB. It was nice.
I told you did go over there Sunday. Did you go over there Sunday?
I went over there. I was there this weekend. Nothing's better than NSB.
Yeah.
Cold or warm?
It was cold. Gosh darn, it was cold.
Have the whole place to yourself.
That's right.
Open real estate. 51 in Daytona. It's wide open here too. 53 downtown, and freezing weather, you bet, in Orlando. So this was the coldest 2-day stretch we've had since December of 2010. And I remember that winter, it was early in 2010, so coming off the winter of 09 to 010, and then later in December, it was just brutal. And a new record low Sunday, another record low this morning, and we are not going to set 3 records in a row. Mercifully, the record is way out of reach at 24 degrees. So a near freeze along our East Coast. You're officially under a freeze warning for Brevard County. I think a couple areas may get down near 32, not quite as cold. The air is just simply not as cold as it was a couple of days ago, but we still have the ideal conditions to get as cold as we can get with the air we have. The winds are fairly light, the air is very dry, and the skies are clear. Freeze warning, though, for upper 20s from Apopka to the west, and of course, frost will be returning as well. Looking ahead, another freeze again possible tonight. Seasonal. We're going to go back to average. What is that? About 74, 75. So that's going to be returning. briefly, and then we get another front for the middle part of the week. The weekend looks outstanding, though, and we will get a few showers along with that. But notice how low the humidity levels are, 17%. So we're going to have to come up a little bit on the dew points and humidity to get that frost to depose on your glass and on your rooftops in the morning, but still some upper 20s here to the west. I've already had a few questions about, do we need to run the pool pumps and all that sort of stuff tonight? Across Metro Orlando, probably not. I'm not going to turn mine on tonight in Apopka at 28. Generally, it's when you get down in the low to mid 20s, that's where your pipes are really going to start having those issues. But if you're still nervous about it, go ahead and let it run one more night, and then we'll get out of this cold spell for a while. Here's Lake Eola. Temperatures back in the mid 60s tomorrow. And here's Martha's favorite, NSB. We love it too. In the low 60s tomorrow, 65, 66. We're going to take about 10 more degrees up for Wednesday, and then another cold front comes through. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to time out when the rain's going to arrive as you make your Thursday plans. Got a pretty good shot at some rain, at least for part of the day, and their temperatures will drop again, but we don't have any weather alerts to go around with this one, and the weekend looks outstanding for football watchers, Greg.